Good morning, everyone. Vendy here with FuturestraderElite. Give it a few seconds for some people to load on, and then we'll jump into those charts. Hope everybody's been working on their trade plans this morning in pre-market. If you had a chance to watch pre-market prep that I posted, appreciate it if you hit that like button on there. Good morning, Prime. Good morning. Trying to still finish setting up some things on my side before we can get on the chart here. Got about 9 minutes before the market opens, so. Dane Husky Life is on. Good morning, Dane Husky Life. All right, let's hop into these charts. We got, let's see, we've got about 8 minutes or so. Let's jump over to the 4-hour here on MNQ. Not looking real good, the 4-hour chart. It's not looking good at all. If you look right here, look in this section of 4-hour candles, all these wicks that they have. All of them, the 50 EMA, you know, is just right up here, this pink dotted line. And after this major candle back here, they just can't seem to break through this area here around the 24.5. I mean, they've been spiking through it, but they keep pushing it right back down. So we gotta think to the downside because of how bearish everything is. If they do decide to push this down some more, we really need to hold these levels right down here to the left. The lowest one there is about 771 to 781. So like if we take that level out, we need to start thinking about this triple bottom that we've been talking about for 2 weeks. It's at 23,500, and that is just not that far away anymore. You know, they about 23,500 or 530. I need to change that because it might be 530, not 500. Yeah, it's about 530. And we want to make sure that that's correct. So it's really 23,530. And if they break 25,530, then 510 should be the next spot. And so that zone right there, 510 to 530, is pretty important. If they take out this low up here, then and they drive us down hard, we need to save the chart right there. It'll get ugly if we get below that. So morning, Merlin. We still see, you see we have some green imbalance here that we put in this run up. They need to come back and fill that. Got the S3 pivot down here at 893. Let's pull up the data box. Well, before we pull up the data box, let's move to the 15-minute or the 1 hour. Look at the 1 hour here and see. See, look at that 1 hour bearish trend right there. Steadily just going down on the 1 hour. Looking at the 1 hour, we need to get back above 205 to look decent on the 1 hour chart. We're gonna pull up our data box. We still got about 5 minutes for the market opens. Prior open 422. Oh, that number up there 422. 4408. My data box don't look like it's correct. Okay, yeah. Prior open 422. It's way up here. It's right above a 4 hour zone. That pink line, it's right up here at the top of the screen. That's a 4 hour zone. And then that prior open is right up there. The prior close is 368 right here. These are areas that we need to be paying attention to if they try to drive the market to the upside when it opens. Because if it can get through all this resistance here and get above the 50, then they might try to tackle some of them areas. Prior low 287, that's right here below this 4 hour zone. Where's the prior high? All the way up here inside this 4 hour zone, 540. So there's confluence everywhere. We just need to see where the chart goes. Looks like we got 2 minutes left. I'm going to go back down to the, we'll look at the 5 minute real quick. Go back to the 1 minute. I had this box drawn out right here earlier, thinking there'd be a good short play once it got up here. And I think there was a decent back there. Let's look at the 1 minute. Yeah, there was a initial reaction to the bottom of that box right here, and then got the rejection down there and pushed back up. Of course, we got another rejection out of the top of this box right now. Prime, this pink line right here is the 50 EMA. This green one, dotted line, is the 21, and the purple one is the 9. Sometimes I'll switch them on the higher time frames when I'm looking at stuff, but typically when I leave them right there, or them three, whenever I'm on the lower time frame. Morning, Melinda. Got about 30 seconds before the market opens. And, you know, when they open, either I need to see them come back down here and test this low pink line above this box. That's a 4 hour candle. And to the upside, because of where they're at, you know, need to see them break 188.75 in order to be, maybe get bullish on it. We'll see. Market open. ATR jumped up to 20. Maybe they're going to come down here and test this zone down here. That 4 hour about 70, probably 70 to 80 down here. Merlin, the data box, just get on your chart and right click and scroll down to show data box, and then you can just scroll through it. Make sure you probably want to size down right now. ATR is about 23, 25, something like that. You know, if they come down and tag this box from 70 to 80, that, well, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to take a trade out of that box or not. Depends on where kill zone indicator's at. It looks like there might be enough room to expand to the downside and get through that box. I have to wait and see how it looks when it gets down there. Morning, Harris. If we can find ourselves, if we can put a bottom in down here somewhere, you know, and get the kill zone exhausted, be looking at this upper box I just put in from 200 to 220, or I did that wrong, I think. That is 210 to 220, not 200. I'll be looking at something here for the long. If we can find the long down here and target that area as of right now. Might be a little high. Should probably take it down to 200 because it's psychological number, 200 to 210. You know, down here in this box here, to protect our low, plus we have, that's the bottom of a 4-hour candle that we're currently putting in. So see what they want to do here, if they want to consolidate a little bit. Maybe protect it. See. You know, if they try to protect it and consolidate down here and build a little bit, and I have to watch for them to build some structure down here and then start to break to the upside. Maybe we see some momentum come into the chart. You guys are on this morning, go hit that like button on the stream if you like the stream. ATR's around 20, 21, 22. Moving around. Not any real big moves yet out of the gate, it don't look like. I still feel like they're going to try to come down and tag this box at least. The fact that they're trying to hold it up in here tells me they might not really want to go any lower than that low, but I still think they might try to tag this box before they take it up. Maybe not. Just depends. Now, if we can close up here around, get a nice candle and close up around 135, that'd be looking a whole lot better. When we get that first 15-minute candle, we'll throw in the orb box. See if there's any confluence with that, with everything else. See if there's any trades worth taking off the orb. Morning, EK. Think we'll wick down in that 70 area? You'd invalidate the idea if we close above opening high. Well, for me, I'd like to see what it does. Say that they don't get down here right now and they turn this back up and come back up here and test the high. And then maybe they sweep the high and they come back and get back in this box and they hadn't even touched it yet. I'd still think there might be a play here. Really depends on what the momentum indicator was telling me. But because we could be putting in some kind of range, you know. What did they bounce off this 4-hour area? Come back to the high and they start putting in some kind of range here this morning. Excuse me. Now the 1 and 2 minute kill zones kind of exhausted here. The 5 minute not so much. The 5 minute has room to go on down some. I'm just going to try to stay patient here. You know, maybe size down if you do want to trade out of this box, maybe. Nice EK. Sniped it in and out. Yeah, it's a nice candle there for sure. Nice trade, EK. Now we'll see if they want to push it on out of here. Gotta love them ATMs the way they work. ATR's up around 30, 31, 32. Yeah, once you get comfortable with the first reaction, I hadn't been playing them as much in this bearish market, but you're right. I mean, a lot of times on the first reaction, they're good for scalp and base hits for sure. That's what I liked about using first reaction plays. Yeah, using your ATM can help keep the stress away, that's for sure. Or the emotion and all that, because if you got a nice ATM and you just trade your plan and let the ATM do its job, then you don't have to do anything else other than find a good entry. Well, I miss finding the long at the bottom, and then maybe it's going to go up here and tag that box we put in. Wow, what a drive. What a drive. Man, I missed that long. Hope you guys took some of that long out of the bottom down there in that 4-hour zone. It was a little over 100-point move. 4-hour zone into that wick. They just wicked down about 120, it looked like, or so. Nice run up. Yeah, Harris, I missed it too, which is completely fine. But yeah, I'm looking. I'm going to be looking for a short play now, but I don't want to take. I don't want to take first red candle quite yet because there's still room for expansion to the upside. Not that the first red candle won't work where the exhaustion already is, because it's kind of high on the 1 minute, but the 1 minute still could get up here to this red line or sweep this red line down here on the indicator. And the 5 minute has enough room to for sure get to this box up here. Nice EK. I like it, EK. I like it. Sounds like you had a good trade plan put together there. I want to see him try to come up here and hit this box, maybe even sweep it a little bit, maybe 220. If I'm gonna get it though, we'll see. I'm still not quite ready for the first red candle on the exhaustion. I think I need to wait for the 5 minute to push this on up. No, it might not push on up, but I would rather it get a little higher if I'm going to take a trade like that. If you're here with us today and hadn't already, could you smash that like button on the stream, push it out, and I'll go further. Help grow the community. On and push on up in there. I didn't want. I don't want to be too early, because then I'll be trying to have to manage my trade if it goes against me. I want this to try to get to complete exhaustion. Nice, Harris. I hope so. We'll see. Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping to get in short up in this area up here, this top box. If they can push it there, then it'll be exhausted on the 5 minute as well. And if I get in now, I'm in too early. I don't want it to go against me like this. Like if I'd have took this candle, this red candle, first red candle, then the big green, it would have went against me, and I could have still managed it, but I would have had dollar cost average in, and then got this red candle. I probably would have got out because it went against me on the first one. So I'm gonna wait. That's why you really need to have all three of them time frames lined up pretty good on the exhaustion, 1, 2, and 5, because then 1 and 2 can stay up here in the overbought area and wait for the 5 to catch up, which means it'll keep trying to push. All right, so we're going to get up here. The 5 minute still has room to expand, probably. Now I'm going to have to watch. They might try to wick us out 220, 225, maybe. Hmm. I'm trying to keep keep us all locked in, Harris. We'll see. This candle's about to close. A few seconds and it's going to close red, but the 5 really has room to expand still. I'm not going to take the trade yet still. This could be a pullback zone though, and I just had to miss it. Got up there and tagged 225. Now the question is when do we get a 5 minute candle? The 5 minute kill zone is not quite oversold, or I mean overbought. Still has a little bit of room to expand, but I might have to try to play this one. I'm not. It don't seem like there's much resistance up here. Like, I mean, it didn't really try to push it too bad. Back to the downside. Plus, there's a little room to expand. Now there's probably room on the 5 to tap this pivot up here, the S1 pivot at 257. Come on, let's go. Give us a real drop. Not quite pushing it down hard enough. Don't like that. Try and stay patient here. I didn't get what I wanted on that very next candle, so I just manually bought 2 back. I only got 3 now. You know, if this thing don't do what I want it to do on the next candle, I got to be careful holding that many. Well, plus I'm in funded accounts that are already in the red, so I got to be careful here. Nice if they give us a death candle here. I'm adjust here. Last one up there, I guess. Room. Come on, let's go. How low can you go? How low can you go? Well, we got to look and see if they're going to try to just sweep the 50 here. We got a lot of room to expand to the downside still. On the 1 minute, and the 5 minute curled over at the 50-yard line. So we got this imbalance zone right down here at 111 to 121 or 124. But they could just sweep the 50 here. Wow. Okay. Merlin said he took short from 220. Nice trade, Merlin. Nice trade. Dangerous right there, guys. ATR is up to 45, 46 on the 1 minute. Looks like there must be some kind of news moving that can something. Although it's getting the 5 minute back up there into the overbought zone pretty heavy. If they could push this a little harder, say to that pivot there, and get the 1 back up in there, 1 and 2 minute, I'll still be looking for another short play. See, they keep tapping into the 50 EMA on the 5 minute chart right here up at this box. So, you know, if they, now that the 5 minutes exhausted, really, I can't imagine that they're going to try to break above it. So, I'll just take one small one here and see if it tries to drive back down. But You'll just have to stop me out if. Why can't you just give that whole candle back? Anybody else catch that short? Merlin got it. Dane Husky Life got it. Remod got it. Like several people might have got it. That's nice. EK caught both short and long bounce. Nice EK. I should have caught it long, especially down here, considering I said if we can catch it and turn it down here, we was going to go up here to this box. And I only left, I don't know how many points on the table there by not taking the trade. Oh well, you know, it is what it is. Like they're trying to do some consolidating up here. Really, it looks like it wants to roll over. Yeah, that's a lot of confluence. Okay. Got to remember they got that prior low or something up here at 287 as well, right under that 4-hour zone. If they actually get up there, though, everything will be so exhausted. It would be like just waiting for it to roll over. They'd be trading in the overbought zone so heavy on every time frame. EK would be looking for a short from 24.3 zone if we can reach it. Yeah, that's the top of the 4-hour up here. 289 to 299. Plus or minus 10 for a sweep. Yep. Plus for a sweep. Minus if they try to fake it out. I don't know if we. At the moment, I can't imagine we're going to get up to 23 without having some kind of pullback. I think it get up here around this S1 pivot around 257. We might need to be looking for a short. Yeah, I understand that. And expansion to the 300 zone would be great. I just don't. I don't know if we can get it in a straight shot uh, without a pullback first. We'll see. Not a very good looking chart this morning. ATR still sitting in the 20s though. 23, 24, 25. Never did again. Once again, never did look at the 15-minute candle whenever they put it in. Is he talking about something else? When Linda said she shorted the last red bar, I was too busy looking at the orb to even see that was a nice one. There, yep. Nice trade, Melinda. Well, you can see we broke out of the orb over here. Kind of retested on this red candle right here. Opened up and retested again right here for that push. Retested again over here for that push. A little late though, I guess. Gonna help add confluence to what we was looking at, because we was in this short play right here. Had I had this in, and we was wondering where it was gonna go, we could have been thinking the 50. Well, we was thinking the 50 EMA, but then we could have been like, yeah, confluence of that and the orb and all that mess. Jeff said waiting on Trump cabinet meeting to start. Hmm. See if that has some kind of impact on the market when that meeting starts, I guess. What time's that meeting start, Jeff? 10:30 maybe. If you're new here with us today, if you wouldn't mind smashing the like button on the stream, push it out further to Algo, help grow the community. Come join Discord for free. What are they trying to do? Don't get chopped out of this thing. Ugly chart, but they're still putting in them higher lows, so it's a wait and see game. A wait and see. We either need to get us a decent pullback or we need to get us some expansion. And then have a trade plan built for both ideas. If you want the pullback, have you a plan on where you want to get entered? You want to go long, and then the same for the short side. Seems like if they was gonna grind this to the upside, that they would at least try to go for that 4 hour zone up there, especially with that prior day lows up there at 287. Would seem ideal. Maybe get up there and then be exhausted. Be able to take a short play out of there. Anybody in a trade right now? Or is everybody sitting on the sidelines waiting for something to happen? Dane Husky Life is behaving. Harris and Remod are sitting on the sidelines, not liking what they're seeing. Me neither. Melinda's just waiting. She's green in 3 accounts. Might be done for the day. Way to go, Melinda. Great job. Green, green, green. What it's all about. Welcome. Boring, boring, boring day. Like last 10, 15, and one really good trade. Market open would have been that long there. Marlin's green and just sitting on the sideline. I like it, Marlin. Good job. I'm red, but I'm still sideline. I'm red because I traded A plus setup last night in the Asian session and it did not work out for me. So I shut down system. Said, nope, I'll wait till the New York session. Try to make it back. Prime said he's waiting for some news as well. They need something, don't they? Weed or something to happen. Move the needle a little bit. Got something funky going on right here. Looks something like a nasty head and shoulder. They never did break the 50 EMA on the 5 minute. All this is top right here is right up against A on the 5 minute chart, pretty much. Got it in some kind of holding pattern here. Finally, what are they gonna do? Right back into the top box. Well, it looked good there for a split second. Maybe they was gonna move the needle somewhere, but not. Ours still sitting in the 20s, 20 and 25. Since they didn't roll this over yet to the downside, and it's staying above the 50 EMA on the 1 minute, one would think that they might try to drive this up to that 300 zone. So I would expect that if they did do that, that they would be met with some force up there in that area. You'd have to think if they could take this down and break out of the chop box to the downside. If they break this neckline here, they'll probably be aiming for this low back here, just below the S2 pivot at about 140. And if they could get through this neckline to the downside and tackle that, if they took that out, then we'd see something coming back down here to this imbalance zone here, possibly back down here testing the 4-hour low maybe. We need to see some kind of decent sized move like that, either to the downside or one out and up to the 300 zone. Give us something, 80, 100 point move one way, maybe. What do you guys think? Sound like a plan? Or did everyone go to sleep? Awfully boring being patient. David said, yep, it is. Prime said he's feeling bored. Yeah, ATR is down about 15, 16 area. I don't know. Funny. There might be. I don't know. That just don't Jump in a trade just because you're bored, guys and gals. Nothing worse than sitting through chop like this in a trade. I sure know I've been there. Well, and the Jake has returned. The Platinum Elite said. He must be feeling bored too, so he jumped in chat. Nope. Hey, what's going on, Room Beats? Way do we go? Which way do we go? Are they going to break it down? Morning, Cole. Glad you're with us. Yeah, I could see that. I think that's a good plan. Of course, Jake's always to the moon. I can't take the short play here at the neckline because of where my indicator is. And I could take it, could still hit, but I'm not gonna risk it because I don't like the R&R on the idea. Really. Yeah, Harris, boredom is what gets a lot of traders in trouble. Most definitely. You gotta let them trades come to you. Can't really chase them around the chart. As they say, you have to first plan the trade, trade the plan. Can't do anything else or veer off of that out of that lane. Damaged. Jeff said he's trying to be more selective in his trades and have discipline to commit to my stop loss. I like that, Jeff. Room beats on the KZ. I would have to, I don't know what they are off the top of my head. I'd have to turn to, I don't even know the way that I built that indicator. Uh, so much stuff. I couldn't tell you right off the top of my head. Settings are, but that pink line's like a signal line. But we didn't get much of a drop there now, did we? Bringing it right back into the Nasty. Head to the moon this time. Yeah, room beats. I'll try to connect through Discord. I'm not gonna try to do it while I'm streaming though. Straight up holding pattern under the 50 EMA on the 5-minute. What was that? Oh, so boring. If everybody gets up and walks away from their computer for, let's say, 3 minutes, we'll all go on mute and we come back, there'll probably be a 100-point move on the chart. SPX. Jeff said SPX glued to yesterday's lows for 10 minutes, since 10 minutes after the open. Wow. What a holding pattern there. That almost like they're waiting on something. Sounds like they're about ready to rip some faces off on the chart. Let's go. Do something. Hopefully we'll be making some moves before long. Well, you got to think this is sitting in a holding pattern, which means, and if SPX is, there's just something going on probably, or they're waiting on maybe whatever that meeting is Jeff was talking about earlier. Melinda took some scalps trading the trendline trader. Nice job, Melinda. Guess I should have been doing some more walking on the treadmill during all the sideways action. All right, Jeff said the meeting started. 100 points, one way or another. Top notch, top notch action right here. Melinda said she's calling it a day. Not feeling well. See you tomorrow. Good luck. Have a great rest of your day, Melinda. Hope you feel better. I'll be here tomorrow. Maybe with better market conditions. Although it's a Friday, so tomorrow's Friday. Melinda, Jake wants his sandwich first. Where's his PB&J at? Well, Jake, it's probably about lunchtime for you. You've probably been up for, I don't know, 5 hours already or better. 7 hours. Yeah, that's what I figured. I know I didn't do my math the right way. I used to do that whole 3:30 thing. Or they like something they heard at the table. To the moon, huh? To the moon. Man. Yep. I definitely ain't trying to trade none of this. What they doing? They about to rip some people apart. Make sure you size down. ATR's back to 35. There's enough room to expand on the 5 minute to the downside to put in new low. What do we got here? We 141. No, not really 100 points. At 80 maybe. nasty wick, still holding in a holding pattern. Crazy. I would ask y'all if any of y'all got any of that just happened, but I really don't think I want to know. Because that's dangerous territory. Harris says potential breakdown. I don't really like the imbalance zone right now with them looking like this, breaking it down right here. That 5 minute has enough room to expand to that down to this bottom box for sure, if not lower than that. The bottom box is 70 to Ideally, they could get some a relief bounce here so that the 1 and 2 can come up a little bit and then curl back over with the 5 and all go down at the same time. Right over there. Be nice if maybe they come down here and put in a double bottom down here for the low of the day here. It's a possibility if they want to protect it. How low can you go? Where are we going? Where are we going, guys? Are we going to put in a double bottom? Is it going to break the low for a continuation to the downside? Work our way back up here. Kept saying that we was under the 50 EMA on the 5-minute. No, but I had mine set on the 15-minute chart. Realize that. Doing that every day. I switch back and forth between the 5 and 15 and I forget. Hurting that. And just kidding, to the moon. Okay. Well, we just have to be prepared for whatever the outcome is. I'd like it a little better if they got down here in this zone. Closer. Excuse me, closer to this double bottom area and then see how they react. ATR sitting around 25 on the 1 minute. Yeah, Harris. Yeah, that's what I was trying to talk about. That's why that box is here for a potential area to take a long from. They'll try to test the double bottom and may get a bounce out of there. There's still room on the 5-minute chart for this to expand to the downside right here, but that don't mean it will. Nice job, Cole. Cole scalped 25 points out of the imbalance zone on a bounce. Nice base hit. That's how it's done sometimes. For sure. Come on, keep pushing that down. They get down in that box, that 5 minute will be oversold pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. All right, now let's see what they do down here. They need to hold above 65. They need to put in a green candle and close between 90 and 95 probably. Make this look decent right here. While we wait. Hmm. Come on, let's go. Took 5 long there. We'll see. This could just be the sweep. Sweep of that 4-hour low. Break out of the bottom of the orb. They sucked it all the way back up and closed inside the orb. All the indicators are oversold pretty heavy. So nice. We're going to hold this out and see if we can get a move back to the 50 EMA. Looking for one between 145 and 150. Might start scaling out in that area. Put in some protection down here. I don't want to give all this back, so I'll just have to stop out, lock in some of it, you know. Come on, let's go. Up. Beautiful. Let's go. Nice. Keep pushing. Candle over candle situation. Where's Jake at? To the moon. See, I don't like this, the way they're hesitating here on this candle. I don't like that at all. Come on, let's go. Anybody jumping this long? Dane Husky Life got in it long. Go and tag the 21 EMA there. I'll take some off there. I better protect myself because they're not really moving this in my direction very well. Go and put all my stops in. Oh, it done stopped me out too. Let me that out of there in case it pops up. They can catch that drop from 115. Took a buy and locked green. Awesome job. You did a great job with that trade. Dane Husky Life is over here. How much? Just locked in on that trade? Got it at the bottom too. Now, Dane Husky Life locked in 800 on the long. Top out. Already okay. Nice job. All right, Merlin. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow, buddy. Have a great rest of your day. They not quite give us the push that we was looking for, really. But green is green, right? Yeah, I'm with you. It needs to push. On, let's go. I want to at least try to hang on to this one until they get this indicator exhausted up here. You know what I mean? Like that. Even the 5 minute. I want to see it get full expansion. Excuse me. I want to see it get full expansion to the upside so that I can look for the short play. Let's push up. They might try to just push this back up into the shaded box right above us here with that 50 in there because 50 EMA on the 5 minute chart is like around 150, I think. 152 maybe. Like 152. So I have to see how it reacts. Could come up to the 50 EMA on the 5 minute chart and reject. Yeah, she's doing pretty good on the day to day, Jake. She beating me, that's for sure. They couldn't hear you. He's too far from the mic. He said because she's listening to her husband. I'm gonna have to see if I can record that. It's not picking it up probably though, unless I'm talking. Be like this. Otherwise, you all that. or that. That. Fighting over blanket. That's your shocked face. That's probably what I looked like when she said it. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, 100-point candle. Say, come on, Trip. I said, come on, candle. Jake said you got to repeat it in the mic. She shake her head no. Once upon a, but you know when they're about to say something smart because they start out by saying, "Once upon a time, a man told me." Oh man, that's funny. Jake said blackmail, leverage. Yeah, I'll just have to go back in the stream and cut that part out and see if it picked it up when she said it. I don't think it did. Oh man, what are they trying to do? Stop me out? They're gonna stop me out and then rip to the other side. That's usually how they do me. Typical. There you go. Don't stop me out. Rip the other way. Go. Go. Let's go. Nice. Let's go. What the news be? What's the news? Should I take my money right here? Actually, I should put it around the 50 on the 5 minute. Unless they're about to put in some crazy candle. I'm hoping they don't come back and tag me out right there. 5 minute is like got so much room to expand to the upside. Hoping that just that 1 and 2 minute trying to cool off a little bit, but it can rip. But they stop me out. They stop me out. I have to look for another trade. On how high can we go? Go back up there and test high of the day. I know that's right. They need to let it rip. Oh, don't you do it. Stop hunt. Move my cell back down there where they keep rejecting off in case it goes back up right here. I just want to be done with the trade at this point. Done. Yeah, like Harris, it's like there ain't enough buyers on there. Sellers are in control. Need them to show up and show out though. Everybody YOLO. Well, not everybody. Everybody else, not us. Let everybody else do that. All right, I'm out. Decent base hit there. Better than a base hit. Now I just have to look for the next one. I really don't like it, unless they can get above that line, right where the 50's coming into this line now. Like maybe show that they found some momentum, get up here and break this. And then I might think about taking a long above the 50. Maybe. That sweep was the spot to capitalize on back here. Catch most of this little drive here. If there's anybody new on the stream, and you're liking the stream, make sure you smash that like button on the stream. Help that algo pick it up and push it out further. Oh, let's go. Dane Husky Life is done on the day. Locked in her $800 or $900. Right. Where them buyers at? I don't think there is. Sellers upon sellers and upon more sellers. Good. They'll have a whole lot of room to expand to the upside, but they're gonna have to get through all this to the left. I gotta find enough legs under it, get above this 50 EMA right here. All right, Cole. Appreciate you being here. He's done. One and done on the eval. Come back later for the funding. Yeah, I'm back and forth. I tried to get some on my funded earlier, making up for some red I took last night on a trade, and but I switched back into some Valves for now. I appreciate that, Cole. Yeah, we got us a decent little long there. You have a great rest of your day, whatever you're getting into. Oh, I got plenty of things I need to try to get done. Now that this weather's breaking, getting nice. Excuse. Now we're sitting in another one of them holding patterns where we need to wait, see what are they going to do. You know, they need to move it one way or another. Not much, not doing much here. Hopefully everybody's green on the day. Maybe got in a few good trades or just one great trade. ATR is back down to like 15 range on the 1 minute. Still trying to make that push on YouTube to 600 subs. We got 8 more to go. 8 more to go. Yeah, 100 this month. Depends on when we get there. If I can pick up 8 today, then it'll be in 26 days. They're going to try to come back here and roll back over and put in another low on the day. Hopefully not. What a really slow day. Slow. Have to have a lot of patience. It's a little pretty exhausted on the downside, but that don't mean it can't bleed off. Down here, hang out down here for a while. Considering it didn't find enough legs to really do much more than it did back here on this drive, that kind of makes you wonder, About the only opportunities that are really to do anything is if you're scalping, maybe trying to scalp 5, 10, and 15 points here and there, maybe. Kind of prefer to sit on my hands and be bored though, instead of trying to chase them scalps around. Especially on MNQ, eats into them fees will eat into your bottom line. So they do have plenty of room to expand to the upside though. Of room. ATRs down to like 12. Something. Maybe if I walk away from the computer, it'll move one way. Remod said they're sitting on the sideline. Yep. That's the best place to be, really. Either sitting on the sideline or shutting it down for the day. Or what it looks like until maybe later. Oh, about the time I would walk away and not be watching this, something would happen. About 11:30. Sometimes you see some volume around that time frame. Makes you want to just wrap things up, but I want to give it a time here. See if we find some movement. The way the market's been acting recently, this morning or today anyway, is a great opportunity to learn patience and sitting on the sideline instead of just jumping in and out, trying to scalp the chop. It is better to shut down and walk away and come back either later at the end of the day, like power hour, or just shut down and come back the next day, because at least you'll survive. Your accounts will survive to trade another day instead of trying to force something on a day like this. Prime, uh, yeah, mostly just the New York session. I do sometimes trade in the evening a little bit. Just depends. Like I might watch it here or there. It's not a every. I try to avoid it, but and I should avoid it because I was in it last night and my fund didn't took a hit. So I try to just keep it to the New York session. Sometimes at the at the open at night of the evening session, sometimes I'll get on there if the ATR is up there. It just depends on the moves that it's making. Now they try to roll this over right here and they take that low out. They could find some momentum there. About right on the money. It's 11:30. They drop this. They can drop this here and find some momentum to the downside. I'll be looking for another place. Take a long. Probably around 24,000. Psychological number. ATR still sitting around 12, 13. Everything's oversold pretty good, but man, what if they had a pretty big push? Take out that low right there. They could sweep again. Come down at 24 mark. I think that I would like that area for entry. for a sweep. See. Some of my Brock, they're all some zones are precision entry zones, some are imbalance zones. Um, and then of course one's order boxes on there right now. It just depends what kind of boxes you're talking about, and I don't really go in depth on the live about that because it's part of the precision trading course. It wouldn't be fair to everybody that's all my elite members for me to be explaining exactly how to do everything. Yes, they're gonna find some legs down here. It is oversold pretty good. Ooh, I would have loved for them to drop down to 24,000 though. Yeah, it is, ain't it, Jake? I appreciate it, Brock. Thank you, thank you. You must be new in the chat, maybe? I don't think I recognized the name in the stream before. Glad to have you here if you just found us. Taking them 10 minutes. I mean, now would be a place for them to turn this around, you know? If they want to find some legs, expand it to the upside, do something. Oh, okay. Nice, Brock. Well, thanks for being here. We basically do everything's based around structure. Structure first, and understanding how to read structure. Uh, being patient, trying to stay in control. I don't think I'm gonna get my 24,000. I don't know what they're doing. There's not a whole lot of room for expansion to the downside. So if it were to get there, then it's just a bleed off, being oversold. Which, I mean, that could happen. We got to be prepared for everything when it comes to NQ. So, you know, we will see. See. Thought we was going to start getting some movement there the way it looked, but I guess not. And I'm not really trying to get into doing no scalping today. Try not to do scalping at all anymore, but is everybody in the that's here in the chat? What do y'all trade? I mean, are y'all trading what instrument? Are you MNQ or NQ? Are you here trading other things as well? ES, gold or anything? I pretty much stick to NQ and MNQ anymore. Prime said he's on the MNQ. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jake's on the NDX. I don't I switch to NQ sometimes with my evals when I'm trying to pass them faster or something. Um or sometimes I'll just stay in MNQ and just go in bigger sometimes. Think it's gonna push? No, Jake. I know it sure has room to. That's for a fact. But it needs to do something. I'm gonna have to go over and take some medicine and stay awake. It's a nasty looking chart today. Mm-mm. Nice. Yeah. You talking about that sweep back there? I got that long and got me a little bit there. That was about the most decent trade I've taken today. Really. Unfortunately, that's the. I think I got some little trades back here to the left earlier. Or no, I didn't even play that long. I said we should, and I didn't take it. I think I took something short and got a little bit. The way they keep taking their time with this low ATR back and forth, the kill zone can't get in line with one another on agreement. Usually the 1 and 2 minute can get in agreement, and they kind of are right now. But earlier they were all over the place. Wow. I would think about taking this long here above the 50, but I'm getting so extended, starting to get extended on the one, but the 5 minute, man, it's got all day to go. Right. I'll average in this some if it pulls back. Might still need a little cool down for the 1 and the 2 minute because they can get this in line with that 5 minute fan to the upside. There I go. All right, here. Let's see. So, say, already got a line there. 130, 31. Our entry 78. I'll take some. It's 50. Then I think I want to hold for 130, possibly. Saying 120. Yeah, I'm gonna draw a box. Draw a box here. Get us a tool out and draw us because my line is at 130. Yeah, I can see that. Usually what I do is 10 points. Mine's 130, so yeah, something like that for the time being. Come on, man, push up. You don't want to come up there? Don't need that many going back down. Well, what a dollar cost average in. Get a good position. Come on, let's go. Mm, 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 mm. Come on, let it rip. Rip. I think this pink line inside the box was the 4-hour low on the previous candle. I mean, if they could keep it above that, I could start digging that. Oh, let's go. I'll quit messing around. Oh, some money. Oh, some money. Get rid of none yet. Break above that 50 EMA. On. I'm gonna put my stops in. I'll reposition myself if they stop me out. Big city on here today. All right. Nice. Keep on pushing. Yeah, baby. Get it. All right. Get to that box. Nice. Don't stop me out. Come on, expand to looking to suspend that gas tax. Yeah, straight up to that box there. They have all this room for expansion on the 5-minute. I was thinking this was going to keep going. Maybe another candle over candle situation here. Maybe get back up into the zone, upper zone too. Up in here somewhere. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was gonna have a good retest right there. They'll probably rip it. I didn't like it and got out. They'll probably rip it now. Me not having enough patience to let it breathe. Tweak, tweak. Yeah, Harris, it's been something else. Hopefully, you've been staying safe on the trades. I've done the whole 10 mini thing really on NQ minis, backing down, but I was always scalping. You know, it's a dangerous game to play though. You got to be right because if you're not right, you end up blowing eval pretty fast. It seems like there'd still be some upside to this right here. I'm wondering if they're still going to try to pull this back anymore. Are they going to consolidate it here, drain the 1 minute off a little bit because the 5 minutes almost to the 50-yard line. Or are they going to roll it over? 50 could roll over, or I mean, the 5 minute could roll over at the 50-yard line. I get a retest here. The 50 EMA and the 21's coming together down here. See if they can pull back into that range and drain the 1 minute off a little bit. Because that 5 minutes still got room to expand. They're going to pick me up down here and back up. On and just be a sweep of the 50. Bounces back up. Push. They can curl this. If they can curl the 1 minute here, it'll get in line with the 5 minute for expansion to the upside. Yeah, it's not a typical trade that I normally talk about when we're trading. But what I was looking at is this pulling back. This pulled back from the 50 EMA on the 5 minute right here and swept the 50 on the 1 minute. And I'm looking for them to pull those pulling. They had to cool the 1 minute off because the 5 minute is in an upward momentum above the 50. I'm thinking they're going to come down here, sweep the 50 EMA, sweep the 50-yard line on here, and hopefully curl and not go all the way down here and be in line with the 5 minute. Because the 5 minute has room to expand way up here if they can find the buyers. much going on. All right, Prime. We'll see you tomorrow, bud. Appreciate you being here. Have a good rest of your day. I just sold one off manually because I don't feel like sitting through this trap stuff, and I'll hold this one for right now. But that way, if it goes against me, I'll just cut it. If unless it looks like it's somewhere to dollar cost average in, it's got to make sense for me to do it. Seems like the struggle is real down here, but still same scenario. That 1 minute, they're draining it off, and price action is not draining off. So it kind of tells you that they're trying to line it up for the bounce, for the long. We'll see. They need to curl and bounce on the 1 minute, otherwise it's going to end up rolling the 5 minute over. But that's the good thing about sizing down. I can wait a little longer. I can be a little more patient. Turned around to sneeze, and I look back up, and it's like it wants to. Earlier, I was talking about, if they could stay above this previous 4 hour zone line, that's pink line here, I'm going to throw my stop right there. Because if, probably should go under that wick right there, just in case. If they don't bounce, if they don't keep it above that pink line, then I want to be done with the trade. I'm not going to try to dollar cost average in or nothing. Ours at like 9. If they can bounce off that line right there and get some legs under it, it'll be set up for the expansion to the side across all time frames. But they got to find the buyers down. Find them buyers. And a huge green candle. Put in a decent sized green candle and close around 105 or so. That would look better for the long, but might not get that. Scared. No more downside pressure. Let it go to the side. Come on. Got to get above 105. Do it. All that room to expand it upside. Around, just let it rip. Maybe this candle close above 105. At this point, I should have averaged in down there because I'd be in the green, or would have been in the green faster. They just don't want to. Come on. Then that candle and close at 105. Don't like that 50 MA on the 1 minute. Don't look like. Hmm. Man, stop me out. How low can you go? Walk away for 1 second. And they trying to rip this back to the upside. Come on. Wrong way. And then my count's like 600-700. Green, red. How low's it gonna go? Go. Down here at 24,000 mark. Where are they gonna go with it? Take that low out. They can come down 24,000 mark. Trade plan earlier today. Come on down here. Won't do it. Green. Oh man, I don't know, room beats. Good possibility they can try and push it to the downside. I want to see them push this back down. I don't believe it. I want to see them push this back down to that 24,000 level. Sweet, put in another low and pick me up down here. Long. Hopefully by the end of tomorrow. I mean, it's a possibility. Plus, tomorrow's Friday, so yeah. If we don't get there today, there's a good chance tomorrow for sure because it's Friday. That alone. Yeah, this ain't typical short that I take. I want to be long. I want to be long out of the zone. The way they suck that up and push that to retest this EMA up here is the only reason I went ahead and went short right there. As in reading what the market's kind of been doing all day so far. I know it don't line up with the kill zone way up here, but looking at the other time frames, in the way it's been behaving differently today, to be honest. This here for me, when I seen this happen this time, looked more like a bull trap. And then you got the psychological number of 24 down here, is where I would have expected to see a drive back up like that, you know? Going down, going down, and pick me up, something like that. Beautiful short, beautiful. Ongoing, I can get these accounts back into the green before we flip. Come on, show us how it's done. Quick drop and sweep all of them and just take off to the upside. How low can you go? How low can you go? Come on, one fast sweep down there. Come on. They're trying to protect this low here to the left. Right, it's still a nice short on the red though. Green on one of them. Some are $7, one's $8. Pretty good. Got them back to about break even. Hoping they come down here, this area right here, and find some buyers at that whole number for a good bounce, you know. Need to smack it fast though. Maybe we get it. Well, it's been a weird kind of day, Swain. Glad to see you. Uh, well, I was doing pretty good. I had some accounts in the green, $600-700, and then I put them in the red, $500. And right now, I got them right back to about break even on this short right here. Hoping to go long out of this area down here, which it looks like they see that I'm down there and act like they're going to leave me at the train station. I'm hoping they sweep this area, this whole number area, and maybe give us 800 points out of it to upside. We'll see. Or they could pierce right through it. I don't like that they went so slow and got so close and didn't pick me up. They grind this down here slow, they might go and drop it even further, Instead of finding support at the 24 area, 24,000, they might pierce through it and in the red. Like I'm about to find out. Maybe. I mean, everything's exhausted. It needs to bounce, but that don't mean it needs to, but I don't mean it will. Go. They got 10 of them. 15. Now let's rip. Good enough. I don't want no more than that. They took 15 of the 20. $60 or so would be back about the 50 EMA. Come on, let's go. Push. Surely y'all can do more than that out of that area. They don't even act like they found any support down there. Man. Nope. Don't like it. Don't like it. Come on now. Oh, good. Like the trade plans. It's all about. Go. Find them legs. Right. Yeah. Get what you can from it. Move on. They just have been having trouble finding support everywhere, every level. Definitely not really a day to be trading any funded accounts. You know, I'm gonna hold these. If this goes against me, I'm gonna hold these, and I'll try to dollar cost average in if it gets to the bottom of this imbalance right here. Stay down in this area. $25. Idea, but we're gonna try it. Instead of sweating it, you know. Come on, you don't come down there now. Go on, swipe them. You almost filled all that imbalance off a higher time frame. Down here and get them. How bad you put me in the red. They keep driving it down like this. I want to be expecting to see some kind of small relief rally or something, you know. Oh no, don't you act like you want to go up now. I want you to pick up the rest of mine. I say I want you to pick up the rest of mine, maybe I don't. About to find out, maybe. Oh no, can you go? We'll find them legs. Oh, let's go. Find them legs. I believe you can do it. Show me the money. Come on, we need expansion. Messing around. Expansion. Get it. Come on, you can do it. Show us you can do it. Nice. Come on. All right. Go up. Make no money this way. back and forth, back and forth. Count's going in the red. Count's going back in the green, going back in the red. Guess if I just be patient enough and don't sell until it gets up there to the 50 EMA, I'd be in the green. I can be done with it. What I'd really like to see is a rally all the way up to, say, like up here, right there to 24.1. Will we get it? Probably not, but we're gonna try. We get high enough, I'll be putting in a stop, and I'll probably get stopped out. Or I could say, probably take some off, scale out there, take 2 or something up here around this one, 50. They do not want to let this thing go up, do they? What a day, what a day. Yeah, Harris, it sure is. How about that? On up there and take him. Really? He holding no mini for very. I'm just trying to weather the storm right now. Oh, on them legs. Has so much room to expand it, but it just won't do it. Come on. I have to start hugging this thing with my stops because I'm tired of even being in it at this point. But I've been able to manage through it, and I'm still in the green now. I can keep one because then I can still stay in the trade and average in if I need to. Looks like right now I'm back up at 345 and 350. This is one of them trades right there where I should probably just had gotten out of it and stayed out of it, but it's a good opportunity to kind of walk through how I would manage it in real time, I guess, between dollar cost averaging in, scalping out until typically you can do that as long as you do it right until you finally get the move that you're looking or the move that should have already happened by what the chart's telling you, yet it's still chopping around. Might be one of them things where be done and maybe check power or maybe get some kind of decent play or move in later in the day, possibly. As of now, they're doing a pretty good job holding it here. Up too soon, didn't I? Try to drop it. Now they try to fill the rest of this little imbalance here would make sense. Have to buy me a few more if it gets down there. Fills the rest of this imbalance, maybe. Take that box off since I filled it all. I'm gonna be done with this trade right there. Got him back 351. I don't know. This thing just don't want to find any support anywhere. And the fact that it's doing that today ain't no telling what tomorrow's gonna be like. Pop this over to a little higher time frame real quick. Have a look. 15 minutes. Hell. Probably that ain't that how it usually is. They was trying to force me out of the trade. There really hadn't been very many, not no real clean setups. Decent ones, but not real clean. I mean, looking at this 15-minute chart, I mean, wow. Almost makes me feel like I don't want to trade anything unless it gets back down here into this structure here in this 4-hour zone down. Now we know why we're dropping off. I guess should have looked at that earlier, but I mean, they still hadn't gave back that big old candle from that one day. You know, it was like 947 points, and so there's really nothing there. It's going to be down here. That thing moves so fast and pierced through every single level. I would say though that if this thing could drop, you get down there between 813, 823, 810 to 830, somewhere in that zone of 10 to 30 points or so down in here. That could be a really nice play, possibly, especially if it got there pretty fast. Hop back over 5 minutes real quick. Guess you wasn't joking, was you? I get out of it now. They're gonna want to go up. Back on the wall. Maybe I can get long for some type of breaker structure. Yeah, it's definitely been a gloomy day on the market. ATR is just below 10, so I do have a feeling that if they do eventually the buyers step in, you could see a pretty good pop. There's plenty of room for it to expand to the upside. So the only thing is, every time it looks like it's set up to where it could do that, it's like a bull trap. Pretty ugly day in the market. Pretty ugly day. I still need to trade these funded accounts and try to get them back in the green, but I'm not gonna risk messing with those in this market. Not right now. I'd have to try to come back in power hour or just wait till tomorrow or something. This market here really don't even deserve someone to be trading the evals like I was doing.
But I guess it's kind of a educational thing for me to trade them and go red and then manage through the trade, get them green again. Without getting all crazy and going on tilt and stuff. Food. Yeah, sooner or later. Sooner or later, it probably will. Yeah, absolutely right, Harris. I was thinking about taking a short here on this red candle because it got up here and tapped at 24,000. But because of the way the market's been, I feel like if I take that trade, that's probably when it's going to go up, 100 points. I'm trying to go short right there. I could size down a little bit. I only got one. Right. Or it's one of them days where I'll have one right here short, and then they'll give me some kind of 300-point death candle, and I'll be like, well, man, why didn't I take more than one? Although having one with that many points would be plenty. But that's the type of stuff the market tries to do to your head when you're trading. What if and the why nots and the do's and don'ts. Yes, it is. Didn't I just say it would try to do this? Honey. I already know. Crazy. Now, if this candle closes red, I'm gonna buy more. So I was thinking about holding it further. I mean, it could go further. Not mean to have that set to sell 9. I had to move really fast if I was going to average in like that. I messed that up a little bit. Like they don't want to push this down. Come on with it now. Thing was trying to go down on me the whole time I was in that long trade earlier. Now I'm at short, don't want to go nowhere. Low can you go? This is gonna be my last trade right here. When I get out of this trade, I'm probably gonna end the stream and go eat lunch. Maybe come back later today, or at least look at the screen later today. I don't know if I'll be back on trading, but I'll look at it and see if it's worth doing anything. I gotta go eat. Got a lot of chores to do around here today. That's so funny. Now they want to come stop me out. I go long, they want to take it down. I go short, they want to take it up. It's one of them days. Like they barely missed me with that wick. Sour hour. That's funny. There he is. Oh, maybe. Maybe I'll get some drop out of here, maybe. Maybe get a decent base hit here. Come on, let's go. Drop it. Tighten my stop up a little bit. Little bit. Ah, come on. I just had to take whatever you give me. Oh, a nice down candle. Yeah, keep going. How low you can go. Is anybody else in a trade? Anybody shorting this from up here? So slow. I'm gonna starve to death before they come stop me out. Swing your short in it. Awesome. Go. Take out that low to the left. Give us a hard drop. like it's too much to ask for it to take out that low to the left and drop real hard, real fast. Yeah, that'll do it, Swang. That'll do it. Ooh, look at that candle. Almost wicked down there and tagged that buy. Really? Man. God, I just had my order set a little bit higher. Down there and get it anyway. Move my stop, you know. Know what, I'm closing right there. I'm done with this trade. Was in it long enough. Still did pretty good. Getting back most of what I had lost. I'm gonna call it a day here, guys. I need to go eat, and I got some other things to do. I appreciate everybody who's shown up, showing out, and being part of the FTE community growth. Smash that like button, and same time, same place tomorrow. Maybe we'll have a better day with some better setups. I don't, it being Friday, I don't know if it will, but hopefully so. If you come back in power hour today, trade safe and smart. If the chart ain't looking good, just walk away. I appreciate all of y'all being here. I appreciate the kind words, Harris. We'll get back at it tomorrow for another session, and hopefully find some better trades tomorrow. I will see you guys on the next one. Have a great rest of your day.